Guys, do you want to start? Are we ready to take a look at what we wanted to look at? Um, Katupuchi, just on time. All right, so I said that that we wanted to talk about the box mannequin last time, and I thought, to myself, what can you actually say about the box mannequin? Because it seems like everybody knows kind of like to do it, but then I figured that a lot of people don't even know why they're doing it. And so I thought to start with talking about what's the purpose of even using it, and some of like the common things that I struggled with when I started with it, and that I still sometimes struggle with, and just do a bunch of drawings, and you guys can ask questions and we can talk about it and um, see how it makes everybody feel. So just to start with the purpose of the box mannequin is really to understand exactly. So the purpose of the box mannequin is really to understand how things sit in perspective and to understand form on a human body. The human body is very complicated, and when you use something like the box mannequin, you are able to see the perspective that it sits in much more easily. And so I'll just draw one for example, and then we'll talk about what each of the parts represent. But just for example, here's a mannequin. That's a very basic one. This is like the most basic and maybe most effective one that you can have. Right? And so like, why not directly just draw the figure? Well, the first reason is that it's much easier when you draw boxes. You can use every line of every box to determine the direction that it goes in perspective, right? When you see these lines clearly, you can align all the different parts of your body right, to understand how it looks in perspective. Now let's try to think about, I want to tell you what every part represents. And so we use, for the head, we use a box, a rectangular box. And what it represents is basically the skull, right? This is the skull, roughly. And so it fits within a box. And if you have questions, please just ask. Right? It's much easier to turn this box and understand it in perspective than it is to turn the skull in perspective. The same thing, if we go to the rib cage, we can go here, draw another box. It kind of is shaped like a whistle when I think about it. So we can go here, draw this box. And that is much easier to turn than the rib cage. This is a rib cage. Rib cage looks something like this. So, right, we can put that rib cage in here. But for the purpose of understanding perspective, it's much easier to use this box. So the first thing that you need to understand about the box mannequin is that each of the